What is going on, everyone? I am the YuGiOh Scrub, but you can call me the birthday boy. That's right, today is my birthday, even though you're actually seeing this tomorrow and I didn't say anything in the video that went up on my birthday. Leave a comment, happy birthday, make me feel special. That is your job today. We are playing with something quick and fun because, admittedly, I have not much time to record, but I wanted to upload something for you all, just get that content out there. And I've had this idea of I'm not going to call it Gumo Sumo, I'm calling it Gumo Doomo, because it is a Jurai Gumo deck that's basically trying to pay a lot of life points to set up potentially last turn as a secondary win condition, because you have cards like Judgment, and Jurai Gumo, and Cyberstein, where is he? And Injection Fairlily, all that pay life points, technically also, Premature Burial, Delinquent Duo, Ring of Destruction even, and if you get to that 1,000 or below threshold, Jurai Gumo and Goblin Attack Force, and even like DD Assailant and DD Warrior Lady, technically are also viable for the option. Cyberstein getting Last Warrior works as well. Injection Fairy, like there's a good amount of cards that your opponent is very, very unlikely to be able to beat over. And then the DD Assailant, DD Warrior Lady, it would result in a tie because you would use their effect, and then there's no monsters on the field, and then the game ends in a tie. So it is a really, really interesting kind of deck idea and combo that I've wanted to mess around with for a little bit, and who doesn't love Jurai Gumo? So like I've, kind of already talked about, it's a bunch of good cards, kind of a Warrior Engine, Earth Beat. It's like a mix between Warrior and Earth Aggro. You got a couple Gigantes, and then the Earth Aggro with Gumo and Goblin Attack Force. Warriors, because you have Attack Force, a couple Mystic Swordsmans, the Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke for any pesky spies, and then, Breaker, Tribe, just good cards. Fairy Lily is a good Earth monster, and yeah, kind of just all works out. I'm sure things like the Sakuretsu Armors might not be the most optimal side deck. We got the Amazon's Archer, Searchable Warrior to deal with some burn. We also have Token Thanksgiving, Green Kappa to deal with burn. Actually, I want to put in one Mystic Walk. I think that's going to be slightly better than 2 Cliff the Trap Removers. Wang Hu and Zhaogan for any potential Scapegoat or Reasoning Gate Turbo decks. But as I said, I don't have as much time to record today, so that's the deck profile. We sped through it, and we're just going to go right into the GOAT format ladder. Click this button for your viewing pleasure, and hope that you are having a fantastic day. I am having a fantastic birthday. It's not too bad. I did have to work in the rain this morning, but it was just heavy enough that we ended up getting to call it a little bit earlier, so I ended up being able to go to the gym. I ran a couple of miles, lifted, did my thing, and now we're here recording. Also got to play a little bit of Balatro while I was eating a nice big salad with 300-ish grams of chicken. Absolutely fantastic. I know I'm late to the game on the Balatro, because I didn't get it right away, but a friend came over, he had it on the Switch, we messed around, and I always loved Binding of Isaac. I like a good roguelike, and dang, I've been enjoying Balatro very much. For a very cheap game, very, very good. Absolutely awesome. Alright, hand here, Double Nobleman, DD Warrior Lady, last turn, Gumo, and Rhoda. I think we will just summon the DD Warrior Lady, and maybe... do we set anything? No, Warrior Lady is defense in and of herself, so I think we can just pass the turn here. Apologies if you hear the dog crunching a little cat toy. She does enjoy the cat toys. Oh, okay. It's reinforcement of the army, and we'll get rid of one of these Noble No Crossouts. Glad he didn't hit the last turn, because that would have spoiled everything. But he might feel a little more comfortable setting a monster, which he does. And 2 back row, passing his turn. We get Call of the Haunted. Shuffle our hand. Activate the Nobleman. Getting a Mask of Darkness. Love to see that. Though, that obviously tells me that he's running lots and lots of traps, so I think we are just going to go ahead and attack with Warrior Lady. We're not going to summon the Gumo into a potential Torrential or Mirror Force, anything like that. And we'll set the Call of the Haunted and pass our turn. Maybe bait a Dust Tornado. Okay, bait the MST. That's fine. Much rather get MST'd on the call than the last turn, plus DD Warrior Lady was unlikely to go to the graveyard anyways. It would have opened us up a little bit more able to normal summon the Jurai Gumo. Apologies, that probably wasn't very good. I had my phone right next to my mic and received a text. Alright, opponent passes turn, we draw Mirror Force. We'll swing in again for 1500 with the DD Warrior Lady. Ring of Destruction, okay, we'll take 15. He's at 4,000, we're at 65. We will then summon the Jurai Gumo, set Mirror Force, pass our turn. And like I've said with this last turn, we don't really care if we have to pay half our life points. Especially with a deck like this, he's, I'd say, very unlikely to have any monsters bigger than 2,200. I'd love to see a Judgment or something. The only thing that does suck with the Gumo is he can just set monsters and then I have to keep paying life points. But no set monster. We draw Sakuretsu Armor. We will attack. Declare the effect. Do we call it? Yep. Call it wrong. Heads. Get tails. So we pay half. And I think we can pass our turn here. Mirror Force and Sakuretsu do the same thing. Of course, it just leaves, if one it was to get Dust Tornadoed, we'd be okay. We get a Gigantes. We can just attack. Declare. Heads. Even if he does Mirror Force us. Tails. Pay half. He does get himself another Gravekeeper Spy. We will set the other Sakuretsu Armor, simply because we are pretty low on life points, and I just don't want to have a weird, he Heavy Storm, so there's the punish, but it is a 2 for 2. And Time Seal. Fortunately for us, that might not matter. Creature Swap? Snatch, Steal, and Tribe. Okay, so he steals a win. What can you do? Alright. We're just going to go back in. I don't feel like trying to figure out a side deck right now, admittedly. Like I said, don't have much time. I would like to get more than one match in, just because, I don't feel like one match, especially a 7-minute video. That's not enough. Alright, we are going to Graceful Charity right away. Opening hand after we draw MST, Cyberstein, and Judgment is Sakuretsu Armor, Snatch, Steal, Rain, Destruction, Judgment, Cyberstein, Gumo, DD Warrior Lady, MST. We will discard. I think Sakuretsu Armor seems bad, or the worst here at least. And Lost Connection, unfortunate. Okay. Wait, we're back in. What else do we want to discard? Maybe Cyberstein? No. We get Ryu Senshi, that'd be really good. I think we have enough ways to pay life points. We're going to discard the Cyberstein. And then we will set... Summon DD Warrior Lady. Set Ring. Pass our turn. He opens up Thunder Dragon, so we might be playing like a Chaos Turbo with Mask of Darkness. Or Goat Control, though we didn't see Goats. And Goat Control doesn't always run Thunder Dragon. Doesn't typically run Thunder Dragon. He sets a back row. 2 back row and a monster. We lose the Exile Force to a drop-off. And that's unfortunate. We're not going to respect that back row. We are going to go balls to the wall, attacking with DD Warrior Lady first. It can still get over a Spy. We will take 500, but we'll banish that Spy. Do we MST? We don't. We just attack. Declare. Heads. I actually do hope I hit the heads here. We hit tails. Why would we hit heads? But as I said, all we need is a last turn draw, and we will be A-okay. Set Judgment, set MST, pass our turn. Summons Chaos Sork. Prio. Alright, so with Prio, he's going to banish the Jurai Gumo. Then card destruction. Think. We're going to Judgment that. I want to keep this Snatch Steal, because I think that's my best out to this Chaos Sork. We get Pot of Greed, which is a fantastic draw, because it just draws us 2 more cards. Get Goblin Attack Force and Heavy Storm ourselves. We will Snatch Steal this Chaos Sork. Try to MST. It's going to be a Time Seal. Probably should have done this because Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Alright, so this goes to the top of the deck. We give him back. So that's why I should not have used it. What did you discard? The Thunder Dragon. And then, I mean, we have to just run the Goblin Attack Force into this and set Heavy Storm as a bluff. Pass our turn. Not in a good situation, but all it takes is a last turn draw with a big monster like a Gumo or a Goblin Attack Force, and we will be in an okay position. He still has a Light and Dark and Grave. Flips Gravekeeper's Spy. And that is just game. GG's. Alright. Apologies, my opponent. Normally I like to wait in case they have something to say. Just, a few seconds at least. But really just got to get through these right now. I think we'll probably do like one more. It's going to be a shorter episode today. I'd like to, get 20 minutes at least. But we're sticking scissors. We're Scissors Gang right now. Do we have someone who recognizes me? Maybe? Good luck, have fun. Nope, just a GLHF. Seemed like he was typing for a while. And we lose to the Rock, but I'm fine because we were adamant with our scissors. He was not. And so really, we're the winners of that interaction right there. Do you guys know what the most in a row of rock, paper, scissors you've ever had together is? I feel like I've gone like 6 or 7 in a row without actually having a winner. On Dueling Book, I mean. Alright, apologies. Did just get a text from the girlfriend. Have to check it. It's fine. But you know how it works when you have other people in your life. You just got to make sure that things are okay. We are playing against Clown Control. Well, maybe this is going to be the deck we can actually steal a win from. Summons Giant Rat. And sets just 1. Yes. We get Jurai Gumo. We will MST. Alright, so, interesting. 0 gravity. Well, now we can go ahead, pay 5,000. I think I'm going to do something interesting with Last Warrior from Another Planet. Declare, destroys the Cyberstein. Rat stays. It's not all monsters on the field. Well, from the effect. I'll destroy in battle phase. So yeah, I mean, it will go off. And then we will set Judgment, pass our turn, and just hope this can get us, because I feel like this is pretty powerful. I feel like he doesn't have a lot of monsters he wants to set. Unfortunately, we can't summon monsters, but we'll be able to just slowly beat him down, I think, with the Last Warrior. Force him to have an out. Messenger of Peace. Nope. Just no to the Messenger of Peace. I need to be able to attack. And if we draw last turn, we have one more Judgment we can use. He goes to end phase. We draw Pot of Greed. Fantastic draw. Who doesn't love drawing Pot of Greed? There's the last turn. Well, we will attack. He takes 2350. We'll set the last turn and pass our turn. And if he does anything, we can Solemn Judgment, activate last turn, and win. Which I think we will do. He sets. Goes to end phase. We draw Gigantes. We'll Nobleman across out the set. Some Marauding Captain. Attack. He takes 2350. I don't think we need to set any of our monsters. Suppose it could leave us open to a Trap Dust Shoot, but we could just Judgment that and then last turn. It is important to note, we will pay half and use last turn. And what was that card? Tragedy. Yep. GG1. Okay. We will bring in Wang Hu's. Those seem really powerful. What else do we want? Green Kappa seems pretty good. Chick the Yellow seems pretty good. I think he will attack, but I don't think he's going to be attacking too much. I don't think he's going to be setting too many. We'll take one out. What else? DD Assailant seems okay. Not great, not bad. Nobleman, maybe. Gigantes seem alright, I think. Maybe we take one out. And then, I don't know, what else? Maybe like Call of the Haunted. We're putting in a bunch of monsters. I think Chick the Yellow doesn't need to go in. We'll take out... DD Warrior Lady is just too good. Maybe one Nobleman. I think Wang Hu just really can destroy this deck. I think it makes it pretty difficult for them to play the game. And we do draw Wang Hu. We have Duo Wang Hu, Swordsman level 2, last turn Breaker. He sets a monster. Activates Stumbling. And passes turn. We draw Injection Fairy Lily, which he drop-offs. A lot of drop-off today. We will play the Delinquent Duo. Hitting the middle card from my opponent's hand. Hitting a Giant Rat and a Gravekeeper's Spy. And I think we can summon the Wang Hu. It'll go to defense. And we pass our turn. And I don't think any of his monsters are over 1400. And we will be able to switch this, because he can't even flip summons, get swapped to defense. Okay, so he can get Exiled Force, I assume. Exiled Force isn't out to this, because obviously he can still use its effect even when it goes to defense. Nothing stops him from doing that. Gets Dream Clown. Okay, that also works. Though Wang Hu, I think, destroys it first. Yeah. We get another Pot of Greed. We'll activate Pot of Greed. Draw Judgment, Green Kappa. We'll take this opportunity to summon Breaker, pop the Stumbling. To attack, and we'll set the Judgment and pass our turn. I feel like this is Gravekeeper's Spy set, so I'm just going to go ahead, summon the level 2. Oh wait, this dies. I'm so bad. What am I thinking? Should have summoned. I'm so bad. LOL. But doesn't matter. Wang Hu still stops him from flipping the Spy. We get Break. he summons Breaker. I'm going to Judgment that because I want this Wang Hu to stay around, and it gets us closer to the last turn. He passes his turn. We get Jurai Gumo, which we will summon right away because it also doesn't go to defense position. Declare. Half. Wait. Heads. I just preemptively know I'm going to lose. Yep. I knew it. Alright, and then we will attack and attack. $16 plus 17. And we'll pass our turn. He activates Reinforcement of the Army. We know he has Dream Clown in hand. Actually, an Exiled Force, what was I even thinking? Exiled Force is not an out to the Wang Hu because it gets destroyed. You guys are probably already leaving comments. That's why I'm the YuGiOh Scrub. 1400 or less attack, so that Don Zaluk cannot be summoned. He really needs an out to this Wang Hu. Sets a monster. Activates Stumbling. Passes turn. We get another last turn, which will be live if we can not guess right with the Gumo. Declare. Heads. And flip the coin. Alright, we actually get it right. And we will set a last turn, pass our turn. And I don't know why I didn't attack. Sure. I am just playing too fast. Up to you. It's my misplay. He's nice. You're nice. Really do appreciate it, you know. It's just a ladder game. No big deal for my opponent. Wang Hu. Too good. GG's. Love your deck. Do love the clown control. And I'll show him. Just show him what I had. Yeah, technically hasn't admitted defeat yet, but I like this more aggro version where it's a secondary win con. Just built it. It's fun, but not too good. Yeah, I mean, I don't think this is like the optimal way to play last turn or anything. But I do think it's a cool card that is definitely underused. I think it's also kind of annoying. Like, a lot of opponents definitely don't love playing against last turn. It's not the most fun card to, like, any alt-win condition. You know, I enjoy them. I think it's really fun. I suppose that's true. LOL. But at least it's not a Chaos Mirror Turbo. Chaos Turbo Mirror. But, really would like my opponent to admit defeat so I can get out of here. We will still, just in case, you know, restore the game state And now I'm getting a call, but don't think I can take it right this second. GG's. Have a good one. Alright, is he going to... Oh, okay, nope. And that will do it. I think, like I said, not going to play another match, unfortunately. Maybe I'll come back with this deck somewhat soon in the future if you guys want to see a couple more matches with it, but I think it's a really, really fun deck. I think of all the decks I built, this is a pretty cool one. I like the idea, and I think it, has some merit to it. I like the DD Warrior Lady combination, because, like I said, that also works with the last turn. The Injection Fairy Lily is almost always going to be the big... Actually, wait. As I'm saying it, and you guys probably were leaving comments, last turn you need to be below 1,000 life points. Fairy Lily wouldn't be able to use their effect. So that actually is not a combination, which is, now that I think about it, very important to note. But the, idea still stands with a Jirai Gumo and Goblin Attack Force, because your opponent's monsters, unless they're running, like, Jinzo, Demok, or other Monarchs, most of the time they don't have monsters they can special summon that are bigger than 2,300. At least from the deck. You can obviously special summon one of the Chaos monsters, but not via last turn. And so that's just important to note. And yeah, obviously if you're running into one of those, then you side out the last turns and you just go for like a more traditional, bringing the Kaikus or something, a different kind of strategy to deal with the Chaos stuff or whatever they're running. But I think the deck is really, really cool. Probably the cards I might look to take out would be like the Sakuretsu Armors. Don't exactly know what I'd put in. Maybe, like, I don't know, 7 Tools of the Bandit could be kind of interesting. More ways to pay life points and just go aggro and be like, alright, I don't care if you have Mirror Force or Torrential Tribute or anything because I can just 7 Tools it. So maybe cut, like, one of these. I don't know. I just was building this deck fast. But thank you all for watching. I am the YuGiOh Scrub, and goodbye.